As I reflect on the second day of September 2020, the events of a year ago, anger and hurt come into me. And if my mother would have been in that trailer, I would have get together with all the brave souls that the government of the Bahamas called them agony and pain and sleepless nights. And I would carry a lawsuit to the Supreme Court because I know every judge in there had a mother, and most people love their mother. Some people don't love their mother, but I believe those Supreme Court judges love their mother. And I will title the lawsuit Weightless, No Good, FNM Government. And with that, the judge didn't have to hear nothing else, because they were weightless, no good, had not a heart, a soul, nor conscience for the dead, nor the living. And I'll put on that the Prime Minister of the country, the worst Prime Minister in the history of the Bahamas, and I'll include Darren Henfield and James Albury in the lawsuit, that when they leave office, make sure that run till when they leave office, because they got some FNM judge there that could probably throw it out, and you know what's going on in the courts. I'll make sure that it may be illegal to judge shop, but I have to judge shop, because I ain't going before no FNM government. Because they, FNM judge, they ain't gonna listen to me. But I going before a judge that have a caring mother, and to label this government, my MP, James Albury, Darren Henfield, the worst of the worst. And the lawsuit will be considered, and it would make history that the government of the Bahamas gets sued because of negligence, because of cruelty to the dead and the living. Cruelty. You couldn't be no cruel in that. 9 months. Every time I think of it, every time I go to the trailer, they try to lock me up, pull a gun on me. You imagine 20 police officers, not police officers, defense force officers, pulling in front of my bus with gun drawn. I'm in my taxi, just sitting down. Get off government property. Get off government property? Defense force. You know how many people inside there illegal, getting service? I am a Bahamian, a 10th generation Abaconian, and y'all gonna run me off the clinic, government ground, and illegals inside there getting all the medicine? That's why you had to put the lawsuit. The waste of the waste. Whatless, incompetent. And you saw what Dr. Dwayne Sand said after he said that there were smells and flies. You listen to the little fella down here, and other people had to come to confirm what I already knew for months, that I was right and they were wrong. And nobody apologized to me. But I also could take a lawsuit against the minister because he called me a liar when he, in fact, was the liar. And they still haven't got the numbers right. They still don't care to tell us who's missing. You imagine in Grand Bahama, Peter Turnquest has a big memorial for the victims of Grand Bahama. We have 10 times more dead in Abaco. And what has Darren and James done? Darren show up at last minute to one little church service and gone back to Nassau. Not one inkling of the thousands of souls that were lost Only the few caring citizen that put a memorial together. If not, if it was left to the government and our MP to do something in remembrance of the dead, they would have left us right on the side of the road just like they left the trailer for 9 months and then decide to do something. That's why you need a lawsuit. Say they may not like you, but they'll respect you when you hit them in the pocket. It's one of these Kai cases. It ain't too late to put a lawsuit against this uncaring government, but you gotta have some cojones to do so. I encourage everybody to do sue this uncaring, heartless, incompetent government called the FNM. I can't say of how I feel, bringing my feelings back to September 2nd, 2019, when I saw everything that I worked for was gone. My town was gone, and we had a government that ought to be gone too, and they're still here. So the hurricane is still brewing in Abaco, called the FNM. Right now today, there is not a wire on the pole in Front Street, Dundastan, 1 year later. And this is in Darren Henfield's biggest constituency. You think he care? You think he would come and congratulate Bahamas Power and Light? Man, these guys are working tirelessly 7 days a week, sun up to sundown. And all Darren want to do is try to target them because they don't salute him like he's a lieutenant. Darren Henfield still haven't recognized that he's a servant. That's all he is, a servant. But guess what? Abaco people don't recognize that Darren also is a servant to them until we recognize that the MP job is to be a servant to the people and ask what can they do, or what can he do as a member of parliament? What can he go in the high office of the House Assembly to fight for on their behalf? My poor people in North Abaco still worshiping MP, especially them weightless ones like Darren Henfield. It's one of these Kai Care video trying to let you know it was wrong, and it's still wrong to have the dead of Hurricane Dorian in a trailer for 9 months. It's bringing back some reflection, because y'all like lizard, they go in one ear and out the next ear. So Kai will be here reminding you of who we got that was in that church talking fool like he care. Darren Henfield. I can remind you who he is every week, every month, because Kai care that you don't make that same mistake twice. You're live with Kai on WCAY, because Kai cares.